Good morning and welcome at the presentation of my master thesis, Optimizing Mobile Map Reading and Adaptive Map Approach in Response to Dynamic Pedestrian Context. We all use mobile maps basically every day, but mobile usage is significantly different from static usage. Why? Because we use mobile maps on the move, and this mobility leads to changes in context. And context can be related to environment, context can be related to activity that we're doing, but context can be also related to the user because we all have different needs, different cognitive abilities, or different physical abilities. And all of those contextual factors can affect the way we read and use mobile maps. Especially outdoors, we might be sometimes distracted or we might be in a rush, and we should be able to extract the information from the map as quickly as possible. What's more, we use mobile maps in many different situations, and because we are engaged in different activities, we might need different information displayed on the map. So we need a map that takes that into consideration. We need a map that is tailored to the user's needs in specific situation. We need a map that adapts itself based on the context of the user. But before creating such a map, we need to first understand what are contextual factors that might influence mobile map reading in particular situation. And that's exactly the first research question that I focused on in this thesis. I tried to find out how two contextual factors, movement speed and noise level, influence mobile map reading. In addition to that, I was also interested in evaluating the effectiveness of adaptive mobile map prototype in improving mobile map reading performance under varying contextual conditions. So, how did I do that? First of all, I conducted field-based user evaluation. And the whole user evaluation was guided by Android mobile application that I designed and developed for the purpose of this study. The users were given a smartphone with an application already installed on it, and they had to simply follow the instructions, answer survey questions, and solve map-related tasks at three pre-selected locations, where each location corresponded to a real-world scenario with different intensity of contextual factors, which was either high or low. But to make sure that the study was not biased and that both noise level and movement speed were controlled, the participants had to wear headphones while solving map-related tasks, and the type of sound as well as the volume was automatically adjusted to replicate realistic conditions at each scenario. Additionally, the movement speed was also recorded, and users were able to solve the tasks only when the required movement speed was met. At the core of this study were map-related tasks. At each location, the user had to solve two map-related tasks. One, using non-adaptive map version, which displayed the same information across all scenarios, and the other task using the adaptive map version, which displayed only relevant information from the perspective of the user in particular scenario. The task was to find specific points of interest according to the instructions on the application and click on the icon representing it on the map. The values that were recorded while solving map-related tasks was the time that users spent on solving map-related tasks and the correctness of the answers. Lastly, to gather also qualitative results, additional surveys were embedded within the user evaluation. And in total, 20 participants took part in the user testing during 2 weeks. So, but what can we actually learn from this research? How the movement speed and noise level influence mobile map reading? Well, as it turned out, users spent significantly more time solving map-related tasks while being exposed to high noise level, which proves its negative influence on mobile map reading, which can be seen on the box plot on the left side. On the other hand, the analysis of the results also indicate that the correctness of the answers was negatively influenced by both contextual factors, which means that the users tend to make more mistakes while being exposed to higher noise or while moving faster. And what about the effectiveness of the adaptive mobile map prototype? How does the adaptive map affect mobile map reading? Well, in 2 out of 3 scenarios, the time that users needed to solve map-related tasks was much longer on the non-adaptive map version, hence the conclusion that the adaptive map positively influenced mobile map reading. In addition to that, users also admitted that they felt more confident while solving map-related tasks using the adaptive map version. To sum up, this research proves the importance of context in mobile cartography, and I hope it will also encourage more practical implementations in the field of adaptive mobile mapping, which prove to be effective, and that can even revolutionize the way we think of designing and creating mobile maps in the future. Thank you for your attention.